Hi, my name is Julia and welcome. Today we're going to be learning how to fly the wing for kids. We're here in the beautiful Outer Banks in Cape Lookout and it's a stunning sunny day. I was out wing foiling this morning and I thought that this video would be super great to film because when you're out on the water, it's sometimes very chaotic and it can be overwhelming. So learning how to fly the wing on the beach is very useful so that when you're out on the water, you know all the moves to do and when. Alrighty, so now we're going to blow up the wing. But before we blow up the wing, there are a few things that we should know. And first thing is all wings take different adapters to even start blowing them up. So we got this multi-piece adapter, several different ends. So my dad's big 6-meter wing that he typically uses takes a different adapter than the 4-meter wing we have here, 4.5-meter wing we have here. And so we just got this on Amazon, many different ends, and it just attaches to a regular paddleboard hand pump. We also have an electric pump that we use, so has just standard end it attaches to. And so when you're blowing up your wing, it has recommended pressures. All wings are different, and some wings have an order that you should blow them up in. This one that we have here does not have an order, but we typically blow up the center because it's the smallest, it's just straight, and then we blow up the outside. So before we blow up the wing, we need to know where the wind is coming from, because if you blew up the wing and you were blowing it up, it could, if you didn't know where the wind was coming from, it could flip over and start tumbling down the beach. So the wind where we are filming is coming right here, where this arrow is, or somewhat looking arrow. So now that we know where it's coming from, we can start blowing it up. Our wing's recommended pressure is 7, but we tend to tap it to know when it feels like, what it feels like, how firm it is. But it says recommended pressure. You can look on the wings website that you got your wing from to know what pressure is recommended if it doesn't say on it, and if there are any steps or order you need to blow it up in. So let's get to it. So I'm going to put the leash on so that it doesn't blow away. I'm actually going to attach it just right here for now so that when I'm pumping it up, it's not getting tangled. That seems pretty firm. So I walked further down the beach so that I could have more breeze, and we're going to now talk about the handles. So the first handle, and maybe one of the most important, is this neutral handle. So this is the handle that you're first going to use when you're on your knees, when you're on the board. And this handle you can hold and it will act like a wind vane. This handle has no power. That's why it's called the neutral handle, because it's neutral, there's no power. And when you're holding your wing up, it will go where the wind is coming from. As you can see here, it doesn't have any power. It's very easy to hold on this handle. So that's like your safety handle. And this wing, when you're out on the water, can blow around like this, and it will be fine. So when you're on your board, you're going to be kneeling, holding your neutral handle. And the first thing you should practice is holding your neutral handle on 2 knees and grabbing your second handle. Then, quickly grabbing your further back handle, your third handle as you could call it, and you just want to get power. So how do you get power, you may ask? Well, to get power, you want to hold your wing up. To bring it above your head, you will get less power. But watch, as soon as I bring it down, it will fill with air. So it's filled with air, I'm getting power, I'm moving on my board, and then I'm going to take one knee up. Okay, so I have my one knee up. And now, to transition from kneeling to standing, you're going to lift your wing up off the water. And so your wing's coming up off the water, and then you're going to use the upward force that your wing gives you to bring you up onto your knees. And so you should practice going from, again, your neutral handle to your first handle, quickly to your second handle, regrouping here, taking your time, breathing, just doing whatever you need to do, keeping the wing off of the water, so flying your wing, and then using that upward force of the wing to bring you up. So when you're doing those steps on the water, when you're actually with the board, your board is going to be moving this way. You're going to be going sideways to the wind, or almost even a little bit upwind. And so that is going to help you from going downwind. So that brings us on to our next step, which is learning how to bring your board upwind and downwind using the movement of the wing. Alrighty, so we're going to practice moving the wing so that your board turns downwind or upwind. So holding your neutral handle, you're on your knees. You go to your second handle, and then you're here. And then you make your transition up to your feet, and you're going sideways to the wind. And to go upwind, what you're going to do is you're going to go like this. Your board is facing this way, the way my head is facing. And to go upwind, you're going to take your back hand and arm and shift it backwards. So bring your wing back. And something that will help with that, this is a little hack. If you come closer, you see how the handles have a lot of space. I can grip them here or here. To go upwind, the higher you grip on your handles or your bars is going to help you pinch and go up more. So I'm going to walk away a little bit, and I'm holding very high on my handles. That's going to help you pinch upwind. So that's going to help you work upwind. So I'm going sideways to the breeze right now, and then I'm bringing my wing, not in the water, shifting it back, and that's turning my board up. Now we know how to go upwind. We're going to work on going downwind. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to get my handles, and I'm going sideways to the wind right now. And going upwind and downwind, mainly downwind, is a matter of shifting your hips. So to go upwind, we shift our hips this way. We bring our wing to the back of our board, as I said. But to go downwind, it's the opposite. We shift it to the front. We shift our hips this way, and it's to the front of our board now. And now we're getting pulled downwind. So that would just eventually take me down to the end of the beach, but that's how you go downwind. You can't always control how you crash, when you crash, and sometimes your wing isn't going to crash the way you want it. It could be like this, and you could be on your board, like so, and you could just pull your leash, bring your wing to you. Or you could crash, and your wing's over here, and it's there, flapping around. And so what I like to do is I like to climb up onto my board, and sometimes even before I get on my board, I will pull my leash in and hold a neutral handle, because it's like a tripod. It stabilizes me to help me get on the board. So it just depends on preference whether you like to pull it in before you're on the board or once you're kneeling on your board. I do both. But now your wing is upside down, so what do? I'm going to show you different ways to flip your wing over. So first way, this is one way that I like. I hold my neutral handle with one hand, and then I put my other hand here on either, if you're holding it with this hand, you'd put it here, but if you're holding it with this hand, you'd put it on your right. So then you'd pull it over this way towards the wind, you'd push and pull with that way. So I'll repeat that again slower. So for demonstration's sakes, I'm just going to be showing you this standing up. You'd be doing this on your knees, but I'm going to repeat this again slower. So I'm holding my neutral handle. I would be on my knees. I'm holding it. I'm taking my right hand. You could also do this with your left. I'm putting it to this side of the handle. And then I'm going to push with the hand that's on the bladder. And I'm going to push as well with the other hand in the opposite direction. So one hand's going like this, and one hand's going like this. So it's like a motion. And so that's one way you can get your wing flipped. Now another way is if your wing's upside down, you're kneeling on your board. I'll do it kneeling and then standing. So kneeling on your board, You walk yourself over here. The wind is coming here. And then you hold your neutral handle and your wing flips. So I'll do that standing and slower. Ready? So you're kneeling on your board. You're holding your neutral handle. Then you grab, if you can see here, there's a little pocket in where the circular bladder is. You walk yourself over, and then you hold, if you can reach this handle, and then you push with your other hand over. And now I'm going to show you how to save your wing when it starts pointing down into that water and flips over. The best way to save it, we like to call it punching the water. And when you punch the water, so your wing is coming down, right? You go punch. Your wing's down here, you punch it, and it brings it back up. So the downward pushing motion soars your wing up. And we call that punching the water. And so if your wing goes into the water, that's what will help it come back up. So kids, try to imagine this, because this could happen, and I want you to know what to do if it were to. So let's say you launched off the beach and you were going back and forth, and all of a sudden you can't get back upwind, and you're going really far offshore. You're going out to sea and you can't get back. The wing is flapping around and you're feeling super duper tired, and there's no way that you think you can get back. If your parents or your person watching you don't see you and they haven't come to get you yet, and your wing is going like this and you're starting to get really tired, at last resort, if you can't kneel and even be on your knees and start working your way back, if at last resort, at the very last thing that you can do that will help you from going as fast out to sea or away from your starting point, is you can deflate the wing. So you would flip it over onto its upside down state, and you would have this, and you would undo it. Can I undo it? You would undo your wing. Slowly undo the little, turns, and your wing will deflate. And then you undo your other one. And now you crumple it up, squeeze all the air out, give it a big hug. And remember, you're doing this kneeling on your board. And now you just sit on your board, however is comfortable, or you can float next to your board and wait for someone to come pick you up. This is Editing Julia here from the future, and I just wanted to say that we shot this video in the Outer Banks in Cape Lookout of North Carolina. We were there for 7 days. We got lots of fun content for you guys. We did a ton of wing foiling, and my next video I'm hoping to come out with is the Shackleton horses, so stay tuned for that. But I want to hear from you guys. What type of videos do you want to see? Leave down in the comments below some ideas. I can't wait to hear from you. Alrighty, so we were just getting ready to film a Learn How to Fly the Wing video, and we had our pump hooked up to the wing, and it had maybe too much pressure in it, and all of a sudden we heard this pop, and the seam bursted, really bursted, and then the glue bursted. The bladder. We don't normally use a hand pump. We normally use our electric pump, and we must have done something in the wrong order. It must have maybe gotten too hot. We don't know, and it blew up. So our 2 meter is now in disrepair. So see you till next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and bye for now.